I'd like to talk about the Bardos and Bardo of once we die. And to do that, I want to talk about what a Bardo is and what is the nature of mind. And so I'll start with the Bardo. Bardo is basically an in-between place where sort of that liminal time between one thing and the next thing. We often experience a bardo in our day-to-day life when one thing has ended and we're sort of in that in-between time. We don't quite know what's going to happen next. And then something takes form. In the bardo after death, there is a few bardos, but I'm going to talk about two primary ones. The first one is the Bardo of Dharmata, which is a short bardo right when we die. And I spoke about this in one of my public talks. I talked about that moment of when the mind opens and we get a view of the nature of mind. And I'll explain more about the nature of mind soon, but that is a very important moment. That is the reason why we train, why we practice in our day-to-day life, so that we understand or can recognize the nature of mind. If we can recognize it in that moment of death, there can be full awakening, full realization, and freedom from rebirth. And the nature of mind, now often this is taught where we're given some sort of transmission from a teacher in person, where we're shown the nature of mind. I'm going to talk about it because I talk about it all the time, but I want to make it very specific. The nature of mind is not the nature of my mind, it's the nature of mind. It's what is when we're not grasping, when we're not attaching, when we're not resisting, when we're not grabbing. But there's a sense of just the nature of of mind is vast, open. It's just this sense of total openness that is. It is what it is, without the overlay of the mind, as I say, resisting or grabbing, attaching, processing. And the nature of mind is always there, but it's the remembering of it, it's the resting in it, it's the consciousness of that. Just as a little experiment, just breathe for a moment, nice deep breaths. And on this next inhalation, take a nice deep breath, and at the top of the inhalation, hold it. Hold the breath, and just look at the quiet there. Just for a moment, just rest. And then exhale. Notice that in that there's a gap, there's a quietness, there's an openness. If you just look at that instead of looking at the noise, there's so much noise. Just look at that quiet. Do it one more time. Breathing, nice deep inhalation, and hold at the top, and just look right. Just rest in that openness. And exhale. So that point is, this is why we're trying to get more and more familiar in our day world, because that is life. That's what is. We overlay with all the other things, the attachments and the processing, resisting, grabbing hold, wanting this, not wanting that, all day. The more we can rest in the nature of mind is when there's a sense of deep presence and availability with life as it is, with no overlay. I'll come back to this, but I want to just speak to the Bardo of becoming next.